So today's video is about getting used to startup lifestyle. So what happens in a startup is that, from an outside world it looks very fancy that you're doing your own startup. Your friends would say, wow, very very good, yeah, you're starting up and you are your own boss and stuff like that. But what happens once you start up and in the first few days, after the first few days, once your savings are over, is that you have to get used to your zero balance accounts. Like there'll be few hundreds and maybe not even a few thousands in your bank account, right? So during our startup journey, initially in when we started East Pasha and we were into college and corporate merchandise, there used to be 30 rupees to do lunch, and there were three partners, like me, Karthik and Alan. So we used to go to a paratha wala bhaiya who used to give 10 rupees ka paratha, and we used to eat one each. So that's how we survived. It's no special struggle. It's nothing special with us, right? I know every single startup founder has to go through this, but the thing you need to understand here is that you need to have the mindset that to get used to this zero balance account. Like you're going to have a zero balance bank account for quite some time. In my case, it was till 4 to 5 years I had absolutely no balance in my bank account, right? Not even the salary was also not high, so we couldn't take a high salary, and so obviously you have to somehow manage the cost, right? So get used to the fact that you have to be extremely frugal, right? So if you are staying in a lavish apartment, move to a smaller apartment, move to a studio apartment, move to a smaller room, probably move to a paying guest house. See always how you can minimize your costs, right? Keep your costs to as minimal as possible, as long as you don't see a sustainable income flow in your company, because the fact that your expenses are low reduces your stress in building the company. Because if your expenses are high, you need to make more early on, and that sometimes puts a lot of pressure in your journey and you feel more like quitting, right? So cut down your costs, stay off from expensive things, stay off from expensive restaurants, stay off from every single thing that costs you money, and be extremely frugal about the money. Because the money aspect, guys, how much ever we talk about it, it's going to hurt you, because you are used to having some sort of a luxury in your life. Like if you've been working somewhere, you quit a high paying job when you're trying to do a startup, this would pinch you even more. But if you're just fresh from college, it might not be so much, because you're used to that spending off little from your pocket money and being happy, right? So the whole essence is that stay minimal in your expenses, and stay tight. Have a mindset that this is going to stay and this is going to pass in quite some time, right? But as long as it takes, like for 6 months, for a good 1 year, or maybe sometimes a couple of years, you need to have this mindset, and do not be worried so much about your zero balance account. Okay, I hope this helps you, keep you motivated. If you're feeling low, let me know your thoughts in the comments.